Good evening, folks. Long time no see. The boys have been busy. And Reed, the Heels have kept on winning. They have kept on this crazy train they have been on all the way to the College World Series final. Boys, 2 years in a row, we have Carolina's program in the College World Series. So looking forward to breaking this down tonight. Tonight is myself, Kason Rameli, joined by Colby Gallimore. Good to see you, sir. And Reed Tobin, the man himself. And Reed, I heard from a little birdie that will you be attending the College World Series final?
Yeah, your sources are correct. I will be going to Omaha for the first time ever this weekend. I will be there for however long the title series goes. So they're from Saturday to Tuesday, and I cannot wait to get there.
Good luck, sir. Safe travels. Have fun. Buy some Jello shots for sure.
Rocco's is
Don't know
not
what,
safe.
huh?
Let's just say Rocco's will not be safe.
Yeah, from Pat McAfee for sure. I don't know about you, sir, but Colby, it is good to see you, sir. How you been?
Yeah, good to be back. It's been a while. Changed the work schedule, so I'm very early morning shifts, so hard for me to make it late at night. But got tomorrow and Friday off for the U.S. Open, so glad to be back on. And like you said, second straight year we got a Carolinas team in the College World Series final, and then our first year doing curveball in 24, we had State and Carolina and Omaha as well. So it's been some good first 3 years for us.
Been a great first 3 years for us, like you said, Colby. And also a little nugget: 2 years in a row, um, a team in the Carolinas makes the College World Series final after eliminating East Carolina in their host regional. Coastal Carolina last year, and then North Carolina this year makes the College World Series final after eliminating East Carolina. But, boys, we are here to break down the Tar Heels' path to the College World Series final. Reed, let's begin with their game versus Ole Miss on June 12th. Reed, to start the game, they got down 1-0 in the third inning, tied it in the sixth. Ole Miss takes a 2-1 lead in the seventh, and then Reed, the Heels just go on an absolute tear like they have late in games. Colby, I remember me and you talking about it in Greenville in early April for the ECU Charlotte baseball game, just saying that this UNC team, if they just get down late, Colby, they just always find a way to come back. They are never ever dead if they're in reaching distance, whether it's versus Ole Miss, whether it's versus East Carolina, whether it's versus USC. They always find a way, Colby.
Yeah, if they're within striking distance late in the game, you can never count them out. They find ways to win. They put great at bats together. They keep their opponents in check when they're down too. Don't get down by a lot of runs, and they just find ways to win. It's impressive.
And Reed, this is a phenomenal baseball team. And Reed, we'll start versus North Carolina versus Ole Miss, and we'll start off with DeCaro with another phenomenal performance: 6 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 9 Ks. Just an absolute masterclass performance. And Reed, once again, Caden Glauber comes in and gets, what was that, his 26th win of the year? 20, well, not 26th win, 26th game won while pitching.
Yeah. DeCaro was outstanding. Yet again, obviously we talked about what he did against USC last week and with their season on the line, and he follows it up with another great outing. And Carolina was really struggling there offensively, middle of the game against Taylor Rabe on Ole Miss. I thought he pitched a fantastic game, but I mean, you just got to give credit to this Carolina team. They were struggling to hit the ball there those first few innings, but I mean, they made Rabe work, and that's what they do. They grind you out and everything. He got a really high pitch count. They were able to get him chased out of the game. Owen Hole stayed red hot, tied it up there. And then, in that seventh inning, they pulled Jason DeCaro, and they bring Glauber in, and I believe Ole Miss had a runner on third with 2 outs. Glauber starts the at bat with a 3-0 count, and the Ole Miss hitter swings on the 3-0 base hit, giving Ole Miss the lead. And then, Gavin Gallagher in the 7th inning was the hero for Carolina. You know, we've talked about he hasn't had his best year at the plate, but something about the month of June, he is just an absolute clutch player. Comes through, gives Carolina the lead, and then Colin Heineck there in the 8th inning blows it open with a 3-run home run.
Yeah, that was Heineck's second 3-run home run of the tournament that has been absolutely killer to the opposing team, whether it's East Carolina or the Ole Miss Rebels. Reed, he has really come on as of late, Heineck. I mean, Reed, I feel like me and you talked to him about every day the last 2 weeks because he was always on the podium because of his performance in the Chapel Hill Regional and the Super Regional. Just, I mean, having that production from the catcher spot, and was it against West Virginia? The first game in the winners bracket game, his throw to third to get that guy out. Granted, Nicholson's catch and tag was phenomenal, putting his foot in front of the bag too. But Reed, just Heineck has been a force behind the plate and at the plate.
Yeah, having someone at the bottom of the order too that can produce like that has been just a huge bonus. You know, he's kind of flown under the radar all season for Carolina offensively. But I mean, if you look at his stat line, he 10 home runs, I think now up to 10 on the year. I think he's got about 60 RBIs. I did swing the best of bat in these past 2 games, but I mean, that swing against Ole Miss was absolutely huge. I mean, you knew right after that going out, I mean, the game was more than likely over with Glauber on the mound. So yeah, it was a fantastic. Carolina really had to dig deep on Friday to grind that one out.
Absolutely, they did for sure. And then they go to play West Virginia 2 days later. This is on Sunday, correct?
Yep. Correct. Yep. Sunday night.
And Ryan Lynch gets the start, 4 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks. Reed necessarily didn't have his best stuff, but definitely kept it manageable for the Tar Heels. Yeah. And then Walker McDuffie comes in and pitches absolutely lights out. 3 2/3, 3 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Was absolutely outstanding for the Heels.
Yeah, I thought West Virginia, they hit the ball really hard off Lynch, but credit to you got to give credit to Ryan Lynch there. You know, he was able to manage his outs and get out of some tough jams. That I look at those early few innings. You know, West Virginia had some good chances there to take the lead in the beginning of the game, and Ryan Lynch was able to work his way out of that. And then Walker McDuffie, though, I mean, that's just great to see. You know, after the troubles he had last weekend against USC, we touched on that all of last week. He was brilliant. Didn't run into much trouble too against this West Virginia lineup. But then, yeah, offensively, Carolina, I mean, they jumped quick on Max Yell. I thought Max Yell pitched a really good game after that first inning. Gave Carolina a ton of fits too up there until the 7th inning. When West Virginia forgot to play defense, and that was the difference in the game Sunday night. You look back on that ground ball to third base routine play, bobbles it, and then the ground ball there to their second baseman too. That's an inning-ending double play, and bobbles that too. And then who steps up? Gavin Gallagher, triple into the gap to give Carolina the lead.
And Colby, as someone who played baseball for a good while, Colby, I'm not taking nothing away from North Carolina. They've had a phenomenal run, beat everyone that they've played. But Colby, just sometimes you kind of have to have those breaks go your way on a national championship run, whether it's USC dropping the pop-ups, whether it's West Virginia's throws, errors in the field, and credit to North Carolina, because North Carolina is not making those mistakes. I mean, I've watched every single North Carolina baseball game in this NCAA tournament, and they have little to minimum mistakes. I mean, one of the only mistakes I can think of off the top of my head is the balk that Caden Glauber had in the first inning versus USC. But Colby, just talk about taking advantage of those mistakes and just not making mistakes.
Yeah, you're going to get breaks, but you got to take advantage of them. And Carolina's been doing that all run here. And West Virginia opened the door with defensive mistakes, and they took advantage. And Carolina's been very solid defensively all postseason. Like you said, not making mistakes. Also in this game, if I remember correctly, I think West Virginia had at least one or two big ground and double plays in innings when they were threatening.
Yeah.
And Carolina just got out of the jam. So it's another one that we talked about where it was a close game all the way up until the seventh. Carolina jumped on them early with 2 runs early, and then West Virginia bounced back against Lynch, and then it's a close game going down to the final third of the game. What does Carolina do? They win, and that's what they did again on Sunday night.
Absolutely. Read your
That was the
comments.
first time Carolina has started 2-0 in Omaha since 2006, when they went to the national title, and lost to Ole Miss eventually.
Correct. And then read the North Carolina Tar Heels punch their ticket today. Just absolute beatdown of West Virginia. They did score 5 in the 7th. Read, was that off Mateus?
It was a combination of everyone. They had 2 outs in the bottom. There was no one on, 2 outs in the 7th, and Guzman hit a routine grounder to shortstop. Thought Schaffner didn't throw the ball. Could have got that ball out quicker. Could have got the ball out quicker and everything like that. He beats it out, and then 6 straight guys reached for West Virginia, which allowed them to score 5
Yeah.
runs.
Also, let's talk about that dirty slide. Did y'all see that slide in second base into Gallagher's ankle?
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, I kind of held my breath there too because Schaffner was kind of
Mm.
limping right after that, but stepped right up to the plate there. The next inning had a base hit. But yeah, I mean, today it was all Carolina. Offensively, the bats finally woke up and everything like that. They started Folger Boas today, and he did not look sharp there in the first inning. And Forbes was not messing around today. He immediately went to Jackson Rose there in the second inning, and he was fantastic all day. But yeah, Carolina offensively, Owen Hole, I mean, what a tournament he's had. Was just a home run shy of the cycle today, 4 for 5 today. Schaffner set the tone early by getting on base, walking a bunch of times today. And then Gavin Gower, I mean, he is woken up from the dead. Another monster game tonight from him, 4 hits, 4 RBIs. Eric Paulson hit the ball well. I mean, this team is scary right now. I mean, they're clicking on all cylinders when they don't have – if that offense gets going with the pitching they have, I mean, whoever they get this weekend, whether it's Georgia or Oklahoma, is going to have their hands full.
A big part of the success in Omaha for a team, you got to have 2 really good starters, 2 really good relievers, and an offense that can put up runs. And Carolina checks every single one of those boxes. Yeah, I mean, just phenomenal performance, Reed. Right now, what's the score of the Georgia-Oklahoma game? Is it 5-3?
Yeah,
I believe so, yeah. Trey Phelps just hit a home run, I believe. Okay, no, they just had a bunch of walks. Never mind.
Colby, what matchup do you think favors North Carolina better?
I guess if you just look at like the season history and like this whole season, you'd probably lean Oklahoma, but they've been incredibly hot right now. Georgia can really hit the ball, but I think both these matchups are favorable for Carolina. I think Carolina's the better team over both these teams, and I expect them to get it done this weekend.
Tobin?
Yeah, the more I look at it, I think Colby makes both great points there. I mean, Oklahoma, the run they're on, their season everyone thought was over in Atlanta 2 weeks ago when they were down in that game, 8-2 or whatever it was. They rallied to come back and everything like that. And then, the walk-off home run on Monday too. And then they blow through the Lincoln Super Regional. Then arguably, I mean, yes, on the harder side, they bludgeoned Alabama on Saturday, and then the big win too against Georgia. But the Oklahoma pitching has been spectacular here in Omaha. They have started a true little fun fact here for the occasion. They have started a true freshman in all 3 games in Omaha so far. Cord Rager, Xander Mercurius, and Nick Lawski tonight, and they have been excellent for them. And then with their offense too, they've hit a home run in every single game in the NCAA tournament. So, I mean, and then obviously Georgia, their offense speaks for themselves. So either match, whoever it is, I mean, it's going to be a really tough series.
Is that the stat that came up when Oklahoma played last, where they've had like over 35% or 40% of their home runs this whole season in the postseason? Like, they didn't hit many in the regular season, but they've hit a ton in the postseason.
Yeah, they have been absolutely in fuego these past 2.5 weeks.
Oklahoma is 5-0 in the NCAA tournament when scoring first, and they're the first team since 2016, which was Texas Tech, starting 3 freshmen in Omaha, which is quite something. Reed, it's going to be something to watch for sure. But Reed, no matter how hot they're playing, when you line up Jason DeCaro, Ryan Lynch, Jackson Rose, and Caden Glauber, 4 All-American level pitchers, and then you look at the top of the UNC lineup: Schaffner, Gallagher, Hull, Winslow, Paulson, Nicholson has been playing better as of late. Nicholson did have a triple today, if I'm not mistaken. He's been playing well in the field as well as hitting better. Had a triple day, like I said. But Reed, Eric Paulson has really come on as of late. I know he hit a lull in the middle of the season, but I mean he was regional MVP in Chapel Hill, was phenomenal versus USC, and he's been lights out in Omaha.
Yeah, Forbes made a change to the lineup today.
He did,
Macon Winslow, he's kind of been slumping here in the NCAA tournament. Obviously, he had one of the bigger hits last week against USC. But Forbes makes the change today. He moves Hull up to 2 and then moves Paulson into the cleanup, and then moved Winslow all the way down to the 8 hole. And, I mean, it paid dividend today. I mean, just looking at the offensive stats today, I mean, it was an explosion, 16 hits today. Paulson, I think, was 3 for 5 hitting there and clean up. And then obviously I touched on Gallagher and Hull both with 4 hits. I think Winslow ended up having a hit today. And then, credit to Carter French too. I mean, he has come up with some really big hits this entire postseason too. That game against West Virginia on Sunday, I thought he was spectacular. He got on base all 4 times in the 9-hole spot, and probably one of the furthest balls I've ever seen him hit this season too. Today he hit one way into the gap. I think it was got a double of that, scored 2 runs as they were rolling.
Carter French has 4 hits in the College World Series.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, he's grinding at bats at the bottom of the order. To have someone like that too, a veteran you can lean on, to get on base too, and especially with the top of Carolina's lineup too. I mean, that just makes them even more so dangerous.
Absolutely. As we wrap up the show, Colby, last minute thoughts on the Heels. I mean, they have the best. You could argue they have the best pitching staff and the best offense in the country right now, and as of the last month.
Yeah, you mentioned that all their pitching and that lineup's really clicking all cylinders right now. I think it's going to take a pretty monumental effort from either Oklahoma or Georgia to beat this team in a 3-game series. I really like Carolina's chances. And I guess last thoughts for Reed. Do you want to see Georgia win this game and force a game 3 between these teams?
Yeah, ideally, I was talking to Braxton about that earlier. Ideally, I think I would want to see that, let them have to go another night, let them have to burn some more of their pitchers. But, I mean, with the way Carolina is set up pitching-wise this weekend, I mean, these 3 games could not have played out any better. I mean, they'll have DeCaro starting game 1, and then I would imagine they'll probably go to McDuffie. If DeCaro has to get pulled, and then they'll have Lynch for game 2, and you'll see a ton of Glauber, and then if it goes to game 3, obviously it'll be all hands on deck. I mean, they are set up perfectly for this weekend.
Oklahoma just extended their lead too and still threatening. So
okay,
might have the matchup set in stone tonight.
Well, Reed, safe travels to Omaha, sir. Hope you have a good time. Take it easy on the Jello shots, Reed. No one's going to take any from you. Please take it easy. Run up the board, please, for Carolina.
Yeah, go crazy.
Yeah, if y'all see me in Rocco's, maybe I'll buy you a Jello shot if you come up to me.
Should. Please do. Boys, that will do it. Reed, next show will probably be when would you say, Reed?
We'll see how long the title series goes. Yeah, maybe we'll see Monday, or we'll see. We'll see if it goes to Monday. If not, we'll do it maybe Sunday night or Tuesday. Who knows?
Yeah.
Play it by ear.
We will play it by ear. Everyone have a happy Father's Day. Stay safe this weekend. Enjoy the U.S. Open. Enjoy the College World Series final. Enjoy the World Cup that's been going on. I've been watching that. Reed has. Colby's been paying attention a little bit. And lastly, congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes winning the Stanley Cup. We are Carolina Curveball, so shout out to Carolina Hurricanes for winning the World Cup for the Carolinas.
Stanley
And that
Cup.
will do it. Huh?
Stanley Cup.
What did I say?
But I like the mindset. You said World Cup. I like the mindset you're thinking. Hopefully that's a foreshadow to the U.S. winning it.
If that happens, I mean, my God, that'd be amazing. But we will see you. Reed, safe travels, Omaha. Colby, good to see you. We will see you next week, folks.